Hello, small businesses. In this video, we'll walk you through the recent federal small business stimulus aid programs that's passed to combat the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. The sources of the information comes from U.S. Chambers of Commerce and U.S. Small Business Administration. During March 2020, there were 3 programs that have passed at the federal level in response to the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. They include the Coronavirus Preparedness and Response Supplemental Appropriation Act, the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, and the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. In the next few slides, we'll walk you through of each program and show you how small businesses can obtain funding from those programs. The first act was signed into law on March the 6th. It intends to provide emergency funding for federal agencies to respond to the coronavirus outbreak, which enables the U.S. Small Business Administration to offer $7 billion in disaster assistance loans to small businesses impacted by COVID-19. What does that mean for small businesses? The SBA is offering designated states and territories low-interest federal disaster loans to small businesses suffering substantial economic harm as a result of the coronavirus. These loans can be used by small businesses to pay fixed debts, payroll, accounts payable, and additional bills that cannot be paid because of the COVID-19's impact. The interest of the loan is 3.75% for small businesses without other available means of credit. The interest rate for nonprofits is 2.75%. Businesses with credit available elsewhere are not eligible. And the SBA loans comes with long-term repayments up to a maximum of 30 years in an effort to keep payments affordable. Loan terms are determined on a case-by-case basis according to individual borrowers' ability to repay. The SBA has amended its disaster loan criteria to help borrowers still paying back SBA loans from previous disasters. By making this change, deferment through December 31st, 2020 will be automatic. Hence, borrowers of home and business disaster loans do not have to contact SBA to request deferment. The second act, Families First Coronavirus Response Act. It was signed into law on March the 18th. The act contains 8 divisions designed to provide assistance to covered employees and households with eligible children affected by COVID-19. The key components of the act include mandatory emergency paid sick leave for covered employees who, as a result of the COVID-19, are quarantined, symptomatic or caring for a symptomatic individual, or caring for a child whose school has been closed. It includes an expansion of unemployment benefits. It includes modifications to the USDA Nutrition and Food Assistance Program. It has new requirements for coronavirus diagnostic testing, and includes a temporary increase to the Medicaid federal medical assistance percentage. What does that mean for small businesses? The FFCRA affects small businesses in 2 key ways. First, it requires all private businesses with fewer than 500 employees to provide emergency paid leave or family leave for employees affected by the coronavirus outbreak. The law also provides employer with fewer than 500 employees with refundable payroll tax credits to cover the cost of providing paid sick leave and paid FFCRA leave to their employees. Specifically, the law states that employer will receive 100% tax credit against their payroll tax liability up to the capped amount of benefits they must pay. Health insurance costs are also included in the credit. Self-employed individuals receive the equivalent credit. If an employer is owed more than the capped amount of refund is owed, the IRS will send the refund as quickly as possible, and the reimbursement will be quick and easy to obtain. The third act, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, the CARES Act, was signed into law on March the 27th. It contains a number of components aimed at helping small businesses survive and recover from losses suffered during the coronavirus outbreak. The key components of the Act include a loan program from the SBA, changes to the unemployment benefits, and changes to the business tax filing requirements. The key components include the Small Business Paycheck Protection Program, which is a new lending program that allows businesses to borrow enough to cover their monthly payroll costs for businesses for up to 2.5 months. If the money is used for payroll, mortgage interest, or other qualified expenses, these loans will be forgiven as long as the employer continues to employ its workers or rehires them when they reopen for business. Second, it contains the business tax provisions in which employer can defer payment of the employer's share of payroll taxes. Third, it includes the payment for individuals. It is anticipated those who make less than $75,000 a year will receive direct payments of $1,200 per individuals, $2,400 joint return, plus $500 per child. This payment will phase out for incomes above $75,000 or $150,000 for joint filings. Last, the unemployment assistance. If your business is closed because of coronavirus, an employee cannot work from home, or your employees are unable to work due to illness or the need to take care of someone who is ill with the virus, they can collect the unemployment benefits. Okay, those are the three federal programs. Let's now talk about how to apply for the loans in these federal programs. The current available loan applications are through small business administrations. It includes two major components at this point. First one is the Coronavirus Economic Injury Disaster Loan. For New York State-based small businesses, you can use the two links on the slides to apply this loan, up to $2 million. SBA will work directly with state governors to provide the targeted low-interest loans to small businesses and nonprofits that have been severely impacted by the coronavirus. It can provide vital economic support to small businesses to help overcome the temporary loss of revenue they are experiencing. The second program is called the SBA Express Bridge Loans. The Bridge Loan Program allows small businesses who currently have a business relationship with the SBA Express lender to access up to $25,000 with less paperwork. These loans can provide vital economic support to small businesses to help overcome the temporary loss of revenue they're experiencing, can be a term loans or used to bridge the gap while applying a direct SBA economic injury disaster loans. SBA also has an ongoing guaranteed small business loan program, which allows businesses to have access to capital. To connect with a lender, go to this website. Also, SBA has developed a lender match platform, which is a referral tool that connects small businesses with participating SBA approval lenders within 48 hours. You can go to this link to access those tools. The last program that will be rolled out in the near future includes the CARES Act loans as well as the mainstreamed lending program. The Federal Reserve has a primary small business program which allows the Treasury to underwrite the loans going directly to small businesses. We don't have information regarding application of the loan, and we will update in the near future. We encourage you to check out this website for constant information updates, and the web page and videos are provided by the volunteers in the Center of Entrepreneurial Finance at Stony Brook Universities. The web page and videos are information only, and we assume no responsibility for the consequence of using the information presented here, and please use the information at your own risk. Thank you.